welcome to Gapeys greenhouse. Today we are going to be planting our peppers. We're a little bit late this year because I've been so busy with my plant sale and getting all my other plants planted that I've kind of saved the peppers for last. So we've got, let's see, 19 different peppers that we're going to be planting. This is a little bit less than what I normally plant. Last year I had 24 in the greenhouse, so that means they're going to get a little bit more space this year, which is probably good. They do get a little bit crowded in here. But I thought I would give you a look at how all of our peppers are doing before I get them in the ground. I've got the peppers all spaced out evenly. We were able to get them 12 inches apart, and I'll be planting them in 2 rows. So let's take a look and see what we have here. So I've got them all kind of categorized. These ones here are going to be the hotter ones. So this is a Peach Ghost. This is the only Chinense variety I'm growing this year, I think. And then the second hottest pepper that we're growing is King Star's White Thai. So this one is not a Chinense, but it is a pretty hot pepper. This one does not have any flowers on it yet. This one has some flower buds. And I want to mention, this is the first year that I've not actively removed flowers before transplanting. In years past, I've always been pretty active on removing any flowers until I transplant. But this year, we're just going the lazy route, and we'll see what happens. But this one is the Honey Peño. It's a cross of jalapeno and some other sweet pepper, but I think it doesn't have any heat. And then I think the rest of these on this side are various jalapeno varieties. This one is Felicity. It's a hybrid that does not have any heat, and we've got several flower buds, no peppers formed there. And then Nada Peño is another heatless jalapeno variety. I have grown this one before. I don't think this one is a hybrid though. And then we've got Tam Jalapeno. This one's pretty mild. It has a little bit of heat, but not much. I have grown it before, and it does have quite a few flowers that have opened up on it. No peppers formed that I can see. And then Daigito is another one I've grown before. This one has a little more heat than the others, and I do see a few peppers forming on this one. There's one there, and thought I saw another one, but maybe that's the only one. But this one is a more fat variety of jalapeno, so it's a little bit better for stuffing. And then this one is Megatron. This is my favorite that I've grown, I think the past, actually maybe last year was the first year that I grew it. But this is the only jalapeno that I think has a really big pepper on it. So this one has gotten pretty big. I think that's the only one that's grown on it so far. So I'm just letting them be. We'll see how they do, if it hurts the productivity or not. But a lot of people say that it doesn't matter, and they just don't do anything. So that's what we're trying this year. And if it goes well, maybe I'll just do that going forward. And then our last jalapeno variety here is called La Bamba, and that's another F1 hybrid. And I have not grown this one before. It's got a few flower buds, but no peppers on it yet. Now we're on to the other side where we've got our annuum peppers that are pretty much sweet peppers. I've got a couple mild ones. This one is yummy, and this one has several, maybe 2 peppers on it formed. This one looks bell-shaped, but this was one I grew for the first time last year. And it was not bell-shaped like this, but it's got another pepper on it here on the other side that looks a little bit more like what it's supposed to. That one isn't bell-shaped, so we'll see. Maybe that one crossed with something else that I grew last year, but I didn't really grow any bell peppers, so I don't know why it's that shape. And then we've got Shishito. This is one that's more mild, very productive pepper. I'm not seeing any peppers formed on it yet, but we do see quite a few flowers on there. And then this one here is Pepperoncino Cherry. I haven't grown this one before, but this should be a good one for stuffing. It does have one little pod coming out there, kind of cute, and it should be a pretty productive one. I'm looking forward to that one. And this one probably has the most peppers set on it. We've got at least 5-6 peppers on there. This one is the Lemon Dream. I've grown this one before. It's a yellow sweet pepper, pretty tasty. So I'm looking forward to growing that one again. And then we've got Habanada. I've grown this one before. This was the only seed I had germinated, and I don't know, I'm kind of iffy about this one. I almost didn't grow it. It takes a very, very long time to get any ripe fruit on it, and I don't know why I grew it, to be honest. I was planning on selling these, but since I only had one germinate, I decided to just keep that one. But that one doesn't have any flowers or anything set on it. It's probably going to be a while before we see any. And then we've got Escamillo. I've grown this one several times before. It's one of my favorite. And we've got one pepper that is set on it. And I will probably keep growing that one because it's really good. And this is one I've grown twice before. This is a candy cane chocolate cherry. It's just got really beautiful leaves. And the sun just decided to come out. So hopefully the video is looking okay, but it was cloudy there for a little while. And it's supposed to rain later today. But we've got quite a few flowers, no pods set. And then we've got Calabrian. I haven't grown that one before. Lots of little pepper flower buds there. Nothing has opened up yet. And we've got Aconcagua. This one I've grown several times before. It's one of my favorite sweet peppers. It's a red one. It gets really big. I'll definitely need to stake this one and probably several of these other ones, but this one always gets really big. And then our last pepper in here, we've got our Peppadew. This is the only Baccatum I'm growing in the greenhouse. These usually get fairly large, but that's the first time I'm growing that one. Before I start planting the peppers in the greenhouse, I wanted to show you the ones that I planted outside earlier this week. These are my 3 tangerine tigers. I've been growing tangerine tigers in this spot for the last several years, and I like to grow them outside of the greenhouse because I don't want them cross-pollinating with my other peppers. So we have 3 different phenos here. Let's start with this one here. This one is a Tangerine Tiger number 4 from Craig Jennings. I've been saving seeds and growing this one out for the past few years. We've got a few little flowers on there. One flower is opened up down there. And then this one is a variegated version. So I also got this one from Craig Jennings. He came upon a variegated pheno of the Tangerine Tiger, and it is really beautiful. You can see there's some dark green splotches on a few of the leaves here. So that is pretty exciting. I really like that one. We'll see how the pods turn out. And then our last one is a yellow pheno that I originally got from Elena, and she sent these to me a couple years ago, and I've saved seeds from last year and I'm growing that one again. I already did a top dressing of homemade compost here, not too thick of a layer, maybe an inch or so. And these are the ingredients I'm adding to our planting hole this year. Normally I always do the trifecta. It's a nice slow release fertilizer. So you can see how big the granules are. This is from M.I. Gardner. And then I'm going to try adding some of the Ivy Organic all-purpose in there as well. And this one is a more fine fertilizer, so it's not as slow release. So I think that'll be a good fertilizer for a more quick release. And all right, I think we are all set to get planted. The greenhouse soil gets very dry very easily, so I have been adding some water in the greenhouse just to make sure that it's not too dry when we do our pepper planting. And let's see, we've got a little scoop here that came with one of our fertilizers. I'm gonna just add maybe half a scoop of the trifecta and sprinkle a little bit in the planting hole and also a little bit here on the soil that I removed. And same with the Ivy Organics, maybe a third of a cup of that. And I think this cup is maybe, I don't know, 2 tablespoons or so. So we'll add a little bit in the planting hole, a little bit out of there, and then we'll just mix it up so it's not all in one spot. And this one is our Peppadew, so we're gonna see just how root bound our roots are. So they're actually not too bad. And we just happen to have a nice tool here. It's called a root hook, and I use this for my figs a lot when I do my root pruning. But this tool comes in super handy when I'm transplanting peppers that are root bound or any other plants that are root bound. It makes loosening up the roots so much easier. And if you break a few roots, that's really not a problem. It'll recover just fine. All right, and then since our hole is a little bit deep, we are going to remove some of the bottom leaves because we don't want those to be under the ground. And then we'll just plant that right in the hole. I think I'll remove one more leaf. and then we just backfill with our soil and add our label, and that's all there is to it. Now we just need to do that 18 more times. I've gotten a few peppers planted so far. You can see kind of how I'm spacing these out. I've got one here, and then the second row is back there, and then I'm kind of alternating between rows. So this one and this one is about 22 inches apart, and then this one in the back is in the middle. I'm getting ready to plant another one here, and I wanted to show you the soil. I'm really happy with how the soil looks this season. It's really nice and fluffy. It's not all dried out like it has been in years past. And I'm even seeing a few worms in here. Oh, I lost him. I had a worm that I dug out of the soil. There he is. So we've got some worms in here, which I don't usually see because the soil's usually too dried out for worms to be in here. And I'm even seeing what looks like some mycelium. It's kind of some white stuff that's in here. I don't know what else that would be, but I know mycelium is good for soil, so I think we're going to have a good pepper year this year. We got all of the peppers in the ground. Everything looks really good. I'll probably post an update here in a few weeks and let you guys know how everything is doing. Our tomatoes are back here too, and they're doing pretty good. Planted those a couple weeks ago. So let's see how everything does. The only ones I'm a little bit iffy about are these guys here, the Chinense varieties. They're a lot shorter than the annuums, so they're pretty close to the ground. I normally don't like having leaves touching the ground, but they're so short that if I took all those off, then there wouldn't really be any leaves left. So I left a few on that are touching the ground, so we'll just keep an eye on those for pests. I do have a lot of pill bugs in here normally, so I may need to put down some Sluggo Plus to battle those if they start becoming a problem. This is one of my favorite days of the gardening season. Getting the peppers in the ground is like a celebration because it's usually the last thing I plant in the ground, and it's just a relief to finally be done with planting. And now we just wait and watch as things grow, and hopefully we'll be harvesting peppers before we know it. I'll post another update here in a few weeks to let you all know how things are going in the pepper garden and the rest of the garden. I hope everyone's having a great season so far. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.